if anything, it was probably me that spun more. I went on my belly to the side of you guys and then turned around. So let's see.
The leapfrog.
Yeah, that's not too bad. So the upper body's good. Yeah, you can see here how the knees are out to the side.
Yeah.
So because they're out to the side, you'll be catching wind like on the inner part of the leg here, rather than the outside. So you want to try and feel it more on the thigh, the front part of the thigh, rather than inner part of the thigh.
Yeah.
And when you're feeling like that, you can kind of get off, even if you're getting off with your legs straight. So you kind of, you know how when you're coming in, you have your legs straight and then your arms back. So you're kind of like in a shape like that. Essentially, you want to kind of be doing that up the plane. So you're tracking back up to the plane.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? That way, if you have separation, you're already counteracting the separation. You're trying to move forward as well at the same time.
So you kind of head be looking up at the plane. Kind of, yeah.
But this is sweet. You're looking at us. So.
How good? You're right.
Good. Very good. Yeah, nice. Perfect exit there, eh? Really good. So now once you feel stable, see there. So
What happened? Can we watch it again?
Well, I just did like a 360 spin.
Yeah, it's all good.
Pretty good. Like.
Yeah, it's no worries. It's stable straight away again as well. Cool. So that's going to happen. That's why I said go with them rather than try to fight it.
Yeah.
I think that might happen to me yesterday when I jumped out Falcons.
So you've jumped off, legs up the bum, which is good. See how, or at the moment, your upper part, your chest has kind of gone heavier and gone down, which is normal. It's meant to happen. Once you feel, see how your arms look like they want to start coming back, but then you pull them back forward. Go with it.
Okay.
If they want to feel like they're coming back and you're like, whoa, and then just don't like launch them back and hold it, but then essentially he's doing this position coming up the hill with the arms back, and you're doing that position kind of coming down the hill. So, but it's a timing thing. For you getting out last, you have to get out, feel that push. Then when the body starts to want to come back, then you slowly bring your arms back.
I was just, because I was kind of conscious of catching it, but I was so scared to delta and just go
straight through.
And I was like, fuck, I didn't want to hit you. I don't know.
That's a good thing.
I was just like, fuck.
That's a good thing to be nervous of that, because the people who aren't nervous of that, that's when there's an issue.
I just tried to arch hard, but it kind of barely worked at the start.
Yeah, but that's all good, because you can see here the separation. Now, you can't do the leg straight here in the position you are, because you're directly above us. Essentially, if you do the leg straight now, you're going to shoot in this direction. So that's why bending your knees up your ass and pulling the arms in is the best thing you could do, and that way you're coming down in this direction. Sweet.
Is that was I way too far behind this, do you think?
No, that's fine. Like, I can be picky and go, for whatever, but for the stage you guys are at, that's sweet. Yeah, it's better off working on your fast fall rather than having to try and nail the jumps right nice and close each time. Like this next one, now that we've worked on this stuff, we can go up and try to do a specific thing rather than trying to just work on 4/8s. And you can see here, bringing your arms in.
Pretty crazy how far we were away, and we just end up together.
These things off because it's a pain in the ass.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, cool. So it's, with those arms, you can see how you're bringing them in. Did that make a big difference as well?
It did.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, look at that. Plummeting.
Yeah, so you've got more of a natural arch on yourself. So if you'll have to start practicing more so
Being
not just
straight.
Being straight, and not even just thinking about the legs, but like the belly as well. So rather than having this shape, your shape's going to be more like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why I don't like teaching hard arch to people in the beginning, because they have to unlearn that later on. And hard arch implies tension, which implies stiffness, and you can't relax. They go, hard arch, now relax. You're like,
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
what are you talking about? I thought you told me to be strong and stiff, but now you want me to relax. Cool. And a lot of the time what happens when you're at the stage you are now, because a lot of the focus has been on controlling with the arms, you'll see both of you automatically use controlling shitloads with the arms. Which is normal. It's not a problem. But when we go to start taking grips, we need those arms for grips. So that's where I was saying you want to try and be aware of these shins. So are you feeling the wind on your legs, and are you not? So especially yourself, because you're heavier, you're going to want to make sure you feel wind on those legs at all times, right? Whereas yourself, you're not having to as much. And that'll get rid of that feeling how it goes, like forwards and backwards, the wafting kind of thing. Good 360s, and you can see there as well. So the tendency for when you're 360ing, you're going to fall a lot slower and you're going to fall a lot faster, and you'll see that separation when it comes now. And that's why I introduced a 360, because I knew when we do that, we're going to have those level changes.
I didn't check my Audi enough in the jump.
No, it looked like you did. I saw you checking out.
Yeah, check a couple, but
Yeah, you'll find the more you do it, the more you're going to have the same thing again there. So you can see when you're doing 360s, you're probably going to have to slow fall 360 and you're going to have to fast fall 360.
I'll just go a bit straighter legs.
Yeah, so just go wider, so you're more 360 in a star jump. And this is a normal thing that happens too. You'll see that knee, how it starts coming up, and you kind of start arching. But look at myself as well, I'm doing the same. So you see, watch my leg.
Yeah, weird, eh? You're probably just keen to watch this.
Yeah, I wanted to get around. But then I can start slow falling again with the arms.
Leg turn is so much better to stay in the same spot, eh?
Yeah, so a leg turn, if you have the body like this, we've got the head, whoops, and say the legs here. If you turn with the legs, you're going to pivot around the head. Whereas if you turn with the arms, you're going to pivot around the legs. Whereas if you turn with the head, the legs and the arms, you're going to pivot around that point there.
Which is great. So we could have, if you were really good and you did that, you'd stay in the same spot.
Yeah, so you don't necessarily want to think about putting this knee out this way more to do a knee turn. It's putting it down in the same direction as what a surfboard feed would be under the board.
It's like bodyboard now, if you drag your knee.
Exactly the same as bodyboard. That's what I used to do as a kid heaps when I was growing up. I bodyboarded every day for like fucking 8-10 years.
The fake spinner.
Yeah, loved it.
So you go in, I mean, if you put this leg, kind of pressure on this leg, you'd spin towards that leg.
No, you'd go that way.
Oh yeah, that way.
Yeah. So you're doing that arm with that leg. So that's why in the beginning now, don't worry about trying to do arm and leg. Just do leg and fuck the arms. Okay. And then once you got the legs, then just do arms. Okay. It's the exact same as bodyboard, and same with getting out of the plane. It's the same as dropping on a wave. So you get out, you try to drop in. As you drop in, then you pill out, and it's the same motion that you feel when you get to that bottom part. If you dig in too much, it's going to stall out and you're going to fuck it. Whereas if you kind of get up on the wave, then it's going to be a lot smoother as well. Then you can do the turns. It's the same motion as everything.
So perfect 360, a bit of both.
Yeah. You'll find the weird thing is you'll want to go like this, and it's going to be that there feels very unnatural. So if I say 360, just go whatever way feels comfy to you, and then once you can do that, then you do the opposite. Yeah, I try not to go. That's why I won't go. You have to 360 this way, or you have to 360.
Turn with your legs. What do you do? Just push into it.
Yeah. So put like a. Don't bring it out. Bring it down.
Yeah.
You just said it hits more. Yeah, it's just like bodyboard when you used to do the fake spinner.
Yeah.
Put your knee down to spin. Remember that when you were a kid?
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So your leg just needs to hit air.
Yeah, it's just hitting that air a little bit. So if you're looking at it from a side view,
you just drop it.
It goes like that.
Okay, yeah.
You don't. If you're looking at it from a front with the head there, you don't want to see it go out this way. You want to see it go straight down.
Yeah. Okay. Sick.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because if it goes out this way, what it's going to do is going to make it go up that way.
Yeah.
So because you're exposing more surface area, whereas all you're doing is just digging that fin in a little bit, and it turns out. Yeah. And just touch it. It's like the pedal on a car. If you slam the accelerator on, you're going to shoot off. Yeah. And if you keep it on, whereas you're kind of just coasting the whole time, the same thing. If you put the brakes on real quick, it's going to it's going to cause a sudden movement. So just experiment with it, pretty much. Like cool, track off. And this is where your chance is to really give it a go. And really track, so you can see here in the tracking positions.
Fuck, you drop way so much quicker than me, hey?
Yeah, it's because the body's like this, and the arms back, so you can see that arch. Whereas ideally, what you want to do is on this point, you want to try and start turning your body in a kind of like this shape. Yeah, so you can almost see your legs. And when you're tracking off, see how if I'm looking
my legs
now,
never get straight enough.
I can actually see you too when I'm tracking off. It's like okay, they're behind my legs, and then you can see my feet there as well.
Yeah.
I held it for a bit longer because we could have been a bit more like
going different ways.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
That's right.
I just want to head towards the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like the wind started shifting a little bit more now. So the drop is here.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
The wind seems to be coming from like this direction.
Oh, okay.
So you want to be careful. Like Josh kind of went down this way and then he was fucked. Whereas, so you don't really want to hold here. You kind of almost want to hold like there, and then you can kind of come back a little and do that if you need to.
My Audi was out, so when I was doing my turns, like coming in my pattern, and I was on like when I do 500, it was at 0, and I was like, I feel way too high here. When I was at 500, I'm like, I'm way too high. This is fucked.
I almost go along the highway.
Yeah.
And coming in.
Yeah, because there's a fair bit of wind up there, so it should be no worries. Sweet. I don't really do a landing pattern. I do a bit.
Can we watch it from the just in normal?
Yeah.
Or is it too hard?
No, fuck no.
Track it? Yeah, I was a bit slow. So sick that we met each other.
I know.
Yeah, you can see that big drop there as soon as you pull them in.
Yes.
And then once we're out, like we've got the grip, no worries, you
good,
can
eh?
return to neutral. It's just getting on that level. It's they call it LSD, level. So you're on level, slot, you're flying in your slot, and then you dock. You don't want to try dock before you're in your slot, and you don't want to try and come down off level and then be in your slot high. So you really want to be on horizon level like we are now.
Yeah. Yeah, that works so much, that thing, hey.
I've got to get my legs straighter. For sure.
Yeah, so you'll probably see the feeling sign, feel your legs
Yeah.
on this one, or even think about your legs.
Fuck, it's that fucking fun, man. That was my lowest pull for sure.
Yeah, you're heaps. I thought it was my lowest pull, but I was heaps above you.
It was, what, you would have been about 4-3 or something. I was probably 4.
Yeah.
3 there.
Oh,
yeah.
What was the wind? Because up there was high, but then down here was low.
Yeah, so I'd just write like 5 knots.
Yeah. In like northeast, east, north,
Yep.
northwest, nearly even. Hey, I'd say north.